Are we good? We're back. Chicago Mike's bike is done. Here it is, shiny and black with flames. And what we wanted to talk about this time was probably the most challenging things for each of us during this build, and what we were most proud of. I think for me, the thing that I'm most proud of would probably be the exhaust, the bends in the exhaust, and the way it follows the lines of the bikes or the bike, and the paint job. That was kind of challenging, but talking to Mike and working out the details of what he wanted and what I wanted and what my vision was and what his vision was, which he was great to work with. But I think the end result came out pretty awesome. The most challenging thing for me was probably the pinstriping because that was my first time ever pinstriping. Airbrushed several times and painted obviously several times, but that was the pinstriping was tough. And I chose to do the frame first, which was really stupid because the frame's so tiny. But maybe it did help out because the gas tank was next and it came out pretty clean. Um, I'm not gonna walk through every single thing on this bike, but obviously there are a lot of custom parts and fabricated parts and not too many off the shelf parts. I mean frame, gas tank, typical stuff, but and the front end. But everything else was sourced. Um, well, and there's some stuff. uh, we didn't powder coat anything. Everything was painted. Um, a machine shop right up the road. He retired, but he still makes some stuff for me. And he made the points cover. It's pretty daggone neat. And a couple other things. I don't even remember what else he did, but the wiring is another thing that I'm pretty proud of. It came out really clean on this one. I think that's about it for me. So I'm gonna hand it to Josh.
Hi, folks. The things that I am the most proud of is honestly us, because this is a new challenge. You know, we've done Sportsters, we've done Jap bikes, but we have yet to do big twins. So this is kind of the maiden voyage. I had a lot of confidence in us in going into this because, like you said, frame off the shelf. So it's pretty much find the donor parts, slap them in, make sure that they're aligned right, send it down the road. Um, and that was kind of easier said than done. Uh, it seemed easy on paper and it was not. Which leads me to maybe the biggest challenge that I think that both of us endured, which was the primary, the clutch situation. Because the parts that we got from a donor bike were kind of junk, so we put the primary on and took the primary off and put it back on and took it back off, and we kept having this issue. And to the point that I feel like that's all I worked on this thing was just the primary. So Danny really built the bike, and I just took the primary apart like 18 times. I would say the other thing that I'm super proud of is that we just keep turning out bikes, which we talk about all the time, but it's like every time we build a bike, it's cooler than the last bike. Yeah, and this is like, I mean, I'm partial to black and flames, and man,
It's a good one.
it's the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to see some of the us talking about some of the details and stuff, we have other videos of it being in progress that we actually did, where you can kind of see us putting some stuff together and taking some stuff apart and building some stuff. And I'm also going to throw in a couple of clips from the actual build process and final assembly in here as well, so you can check out some of the actual behind the scenes. But yeah.